Going over the trades on the day, tick reversal was the highlight of the day, capturing this move pretty perfectly. This price action is tricky to trade, but tick reversal did it well. Overall, we had a down day. We're sitting right at a worst case drawdown as a fast 2-day turnaround from equity peaks. I want to give a little perspective before we go over the trades on the day. It's really hard to watch this price action, and it just looks predatory when you look at it because it seems like the market's just trading against you. Yesterday was a big down day. We have to keep it in perspective. Where we are, though, last month we were up 49,000 in real trading. I know that the hypotheticals were around 38,000. This week we're down 16,525, and so that we're in a drawdown, real trade drawdown of yesterday's drawdown plus today's trade, so about $23,000 off of that equity peak, and so giving back about half of last month's gains. But this week includes 3 days from November and 2 days from December. And so we've had, if you look back at 10/31, October 31st through 11/4, we went 5 losing days in a row. I don't know if you remember that. It was kind of a brutal time, just like this, except this time it was quicker. We had a equity peak on a day when we were down, and then there was a big turnaround last week on the week. And so Wednesday, I guess, was a turnaround day, and we made additional equity peaks to end the month, and then we have two quick drawdown days. And so let's look at the BLITZ, not the BLITZ, but just the stock index portfolio 18. We were just trading the stock index portfolio 18 on October the 31st, and let's look at the drawdown that we went through. It was on, and then I'll show you the recovery. And so it's similar to what we're looking at right here. So 10/31. The daily P&L for 10/31 through this time period. This isn't looking anything that big. 1,200, 3,500, 4,100, 4,000, 7,900, and so we had minus $20,855 in losses. So that week was worse than this week. And then the following week we had 39. We had a big run up and to equity peaks, and so there was a $38,000 run up on the stock index portfolio 18, and so nice gains on that. We added the BLITZ in there too during the middle of that, so we had even more gains with the BLITZ, and so that is some perspective. Some additional perspective I want to show you in the current portfolio is what happened on May 31st of this year with the current portfolio. That was a tough time as well. Worst losing day, let's go over that and show you what happens on the worst losing day in this current setup back in May when this just reminds me of May as well. May 31st, 20,000 minus, you had a $50,000 day and a $41,000 day, so we didn't get that kind of a surge. Had we had that kind of a surge, we probably would have just definitely taken a break. But $20,000 drawdown is the biggest losing day. But on top of that, not so bad. Not so bad to have your worst losing day after this big of a run up. This part of trading. Oftentimes, when you give half of last month's gains back, and so it goes back to the concept that stopping after a winning streak and starting again in real trading. So potentially something to do going forward. Also, the volatility that we've seen the last couple of days is pretty interesting. To see such narrow ranges and still have such a drawdown. But we saw that back in May, and this is what happened in May. You went the very next day, $20,000, 8,000, 8,400. And so we had this again where we have a $17,700 drawdown off of an equity peak yesterday, and then another $6,000 today. So what we experienced was less than this. And so we looked at the 4-day drawdown in October, at the end of October, November. Now we're looking at this drawdown, and you see $28,000. And then, you're going forward. You're up $12,000 the next 4 days, and then you're up $6,800, and then you're up $22,000 6 days later. So you're up $22,000 6 days later. Then the following 6 days, you're only up $8,000. Right here, you're up $1,900. So it's like you gave it all back, and then you're frustrated, and then you're up $14,000. Then you're $8,000. Then you're right here, and you're up $4,200. On a number of days after experiencing that, you really haven't bounced up much. So it's kind of draining. And then you hit that winning streak, $48,000 day, $6,400 loss, $17,000 day, and then you're up $64,000 during this time period, and then you go through a $28,000 loss. So almost you give almost half of it, but you give half of it back actually. So you go through a period here where you're up 48,000, and then right here you're down 29,000. You give 29,000 out of $48,000 back, and then you're up 27,000. So you're back up here. So if you include these two, you're up 47,000 again. So you get all this back, you get all that loss back, and then you move forward, and then you go through another drawdown, and then you hit your $40,000 day right there. And so it keeps going. You know, you keep going through these drawdowns. You have this $40,000 drawdown, 31,000, or run up 31,000, and then you go through this losing streak right here. You're down 13,000, and then you hit 19,000, and then so we're just looking for that. Let's look at what we have here. We've had some similar gains. You have 28,000, 8,000, 15,000, 8,800. This is through November the 30th. Then we have that big loss where we have a $17,700 down day, and then a $6,800 down day. And so it's in the data. These kind of losses are in the data, and so it brings this portfolio that we're looking at, though. It started here, and then we are sitting at, right at a worst case drawdown by a few $1,000s. I'll do more research this weekend, let you know if we're going to make any changes for Monday. But oftentimes we see this in trading as volatility expands. It takes this out. This is the combined drawdown curve of switching between stock index portfolio BLITZ and stock index portfolio 18 plus BLITZ and stock index portfolio 18 switching. I wrote a spreadsheet to switch between them, and I put in today's data. And before today, the drawdown was the same, but it made $120,000 more over the 10-year period that we're looking at. So it improved profit over drawdown. But I'm going to continue to look at the research over the weekend, continue to discover any insights that we can make to make this better. And so it's difficult to trade this, and the volatility is concerning to have these kind of rapid drawdowns. And so we'll go over it. Stock index portfolio 18 is not in that bad of a drawdown. This alone is in only about a $10,000 drawdown. And so let's go over the trades on the day. And besides tick reversal, a lot of these just went against us. It felt like it was driving against us. We made it back to break even today, almost break even up here. And so it just felt like the market was just predatory in its price action. Filled that close right there, traded all the way back to the close. We had jobs Friday, sold off, and then it looked like it would reverse, then it rolled over, looked like it reversed and rolled over. I really thought the market would rally today because the VIX just is dropping down to 18. So you have this big drop in the VIX down to 18 level handle, and then the market just is down on the day. So we have 2 days in a row. I have to see if yesterday was down, but almost 2 days in a row where the VIX was 12,048. The closing price there is what is that price? Closes 12,044. So 2 days in a row, VIX divergence again, which is bullish. And so because this bullish VIX divergence, we could have a big move. The biggest trading day didn't require any more than about a 350-point move in the NASDAQ. So tick pullback, tick reversal did well, tick wave got short, tick pulse got long, stopped out. And so we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cobra 3 lost on the day as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 strategies lost on the NASDAQ today in the stock index portfolio 18. And then 1 out of 3 strategies was profitable on the ES. Tick count trend was profitable. Tick wave was not. Tick fader was not. Cobra 3 was not. And so it's concerning to me that a market that it doesn't look like this market's doing that much yesterday and today, but it kind of has this same annoying price action that you see in the markets where it just you see the sell off, and then it just spends the rest of the day grinding higher. But it, oftentimes it'll sell off and it does this. It looks like it's going to go down, draw in a sell signal, then it goes back up. And then it goes down, draws in a sell signal, then goes back up. And then when it goes back up, it draws in a buy signal. And then it rolls over again. And so the market just is determined to stay up today. It looked really weak down here. But and so let's look at the BLITZ strategies. EVP1 was up on the day. Momentum reversal was up on the day. Zigzag lost again. This is just one of those strategies that we really had high expectations for, and it's just fallen out of bed the last few days. So 1123 was there, and just ever since 1123 about a week ago, it's just gone straight down. And tick retracer down on the day, trend select down on the day, adaptive moving average down on the day, parabolic VSD up on the day. And so once again, these are the trading system signals. Look for more research on the weekend. I don't like these rapid losses, and so the rapid losses in a market that's not really moving that much intraday is concerning to me. So I'll be doing research over the weekend, let you know if there's any changes. Otherwise, we're going to wait for a bounce off these lows. We don't want to give back all the gains from last month, and so we have to protect against further loss. Days like today are frustrating, but they're 2 days, 2 days in a row like this are frustrating. But you have to put it in perspective that the market does this, and these strategies have these kind of losing streaks. It also gives me insights on what to do next, and so I have a lot of ideas, including intraday stop losses, which is very hard to back test. I'll have to use my money management algorithms to do this. So, long Friday video. Those are the trades on the day for December the 2nd, 2022.
Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.